During the investigation, various documents will be completed, such as provincial reporting forms and other investigation reports and resources. When required, we will report the accident to the appropriate Workers' Compensation Board or government agency as required. All employees are entitled to workers' compensation coverage as defined by the various provincial workers' compensation laws, and benefit payments or income loss replacement will be decided by the applicable Workers' Compensation Board. Workers' compensation laws generally provide medical treatment and payments while you are incapacitated due to a work-related injury. The exact benefits may vary from province to province. When you're injured on the job, Manpower will make every effort to offer you work which accommodates your restrictions. The objective of Manpower's Early and Safe Return to Work program is to provide temporary, transitional, modified, or alternative work to associates who, as a result of a workplace injury or illness, are unable to perform their usual and customary job due to physical limitations. Manpower recognizes that all injured or ill workers should perform meaningful and productive work that will not aggravate the employee's condition or constitute an additional hazard to the employee or fellow employees while performing the duties assigned. When an injury is reported, Manpower will be responsible for contacting you as soon as possible after the injury occurs, and maintaining communication throughout the period of your impairment and recovery. Attempting to provide suitable employment that is available and consistent with your functional abilities, and that, when possible, restores your pre-injury earnings. Giving the Workers' Compensation Board such information as the board may request concerning your return to work. At the same time, if you are injured on the job, your responsibilities will include contacting Manpower as soon as possible after the injury occurs, and maintaining communication with us throughout the period of your recovery and impairment. Assisting Manpower to identify suitable employment that is available and consistent with your functional abilities, and that, when possible, restores your pre-injury earnings. Maintaining contact with your healthcare providers and cooperating in any treatment as appropriate. Giving the Workers' Compensation Board such information as the board may request concerning your return to work. Updating the Workers' Compensation Board and Manpower regarding any change to your condition. And participating and cooperating with Manpower's Early and Safe Return to Work program. You should also know that the Workers' Compensation Board is responsible for processing and adjudicating your claim, and maintaining all responsibilities as outlined in applicable provincial legislation. As we said earlier, we hope you are never injured on the job, but if you are, rest assured that we will take the necessary steps to properly report and investigate your claim and continue to have appropriate contact with you throughout this process. Manpower's Health and Safety Program has been put in place to keep you and those around you safe while working. Following these rules and the rules of our client sites is a critical factor in the success of our program. A progressive discipline process has been established when there are violations of the policies, practices, and rules contained in the safety program. A safety infraction notice may be issued to an associate when there is a violation of our safety program. This will serve as a written warning. Additional discipline, including written warning, ending of assignment, up to and including termination, will be considered with each safety infraction based upon the nature and severity of the safety infraction. The purpose of our company's disciplinary action policy is to help promote and ensure your safety on the job. Our policy is not intended to punish associates. Its main purpose is to help maintain a safe workplace for you and your fellow workers. Manpower representatives will insist that Manpower associates observe and obey all rules, regulations, and directives required to achieve safe work conditions, including the job site safety rules for our clients. If policies are not followed, it will result in the appropriate disciplinary action. The safety information in this guide is for your benefit. It is provided to help you work safely at assignments for Manpower. Also, in the event that you are injured on the job, it will inform you of what to do. Now that you've reached this point, we encourage you to ask your Manpower representative any questions you may have. Once you feel confident that you are clear about our health and safety program, you'll be asked to complete an assessment, which confirms your knowledge. On the last page of your guide, you will find a copy of Manpower's hazard reporting form. This form can be torn out, or you may obtain additional copies from your Manpower representative or at www.manpower.ca under the Associate tab. As noted throughout this guide, Manpower has an Associate Resource Center available to you. It can be accessed at www.manpower.ca. This guide and our health and safety policies and other important information about Manpower can be found there. At the beginning, we said that the purpose of this orientation was to introduce you to Manpower's health and safety program, the policies that form part of our program, and the procedures we take to ensure your safety when you work on an assignment. At this point, you should know what your responsibilities are as an associate, what your rights are relative to your health and safety at work, and you've been trained on some general safe operating practices which will help keep you safe. We hope you will take health and safety as seriously as we do. Thank you very much for your time, for your attention, and for choosing Manpower as your employer of choice.